Hi, this is Dr. Benfinio. I'm a lecturer at Cornell University, and I got a request on one of my previous Zoom tutorials to do one on mobile devices like phones and tablets, since many students who don't have laptops may be calling in with these from home. So in this video, I'm going to show the meeting controls as a participant on an Android phone, and then in another video, I will do an iPad. Rather than using screen recording software, I'm just using a camera here so you can easily see what I'm doing with my fingers for the touch controls. Now, you can see when I first click the link to join the meeting, it prompts me to select how I want to dial into the audio. I'm going to select Call via Device Audio, and it starts me out with my audio and video both muted, and you'll notice that if I don't touch the screen for a few seconds, those controls disappear. So to bring those back up, that's something you'll have to get used to. Tap the screen again, and your controls will reappear. I'm going to keep my audio muted for now, but start my video. You see it will give me a thumbnail of myself in the lower right. I can make that bigger by clicking on it, and in this case, since your phone has a front and back camera, just like with many camera apps, you can tap the screen and there's this little swap camera button up here that will switch it to the front-facing camera. So in this case, I'm not really looking at anything. I'll switch that back to the other one. I'm actually just going to mute my video for now, so we're not looking at me with the camera. We're just looking at the controls on the screen. So if you have your own video muted, you probably don't want to see yourself. You want to see the other participants or the speaker who's teaching. You can access that by swiping over to the right. This will bring up a gallery view, and this is a major difference between the phone and using Zoom on a computer. The gallery view only shows 4 people by default. So if there are more than 4 people in the meeting, you'll need to continue swiping to see the other ones. If you swipe all the way to the left, you'll get something called safe driving mode, which we're going to assume you're not using because hopefully you're not attending an online class while using Zoom in a car. So you can access many of these same controls that you can access on a desktop application by tapping to open the menu at the bottom and then selecting the Participants button. And I've noticed you have to be a little careful with navigation because sometimes you can swipe between places and sometimes you have to hit a button. So if I go to Participants, for example, here's a list of the people in the meeting. It's just me logged in on a bunch of different devices. You'll notice that I do not have the nonverbal feedback button, so the hand raised, the yes and no. From here, I can open the chat window if you want to send a message to everybody. And you can type something like hello in here that will show up in everybody's chat. This is clearly one of the disadvantages of doing this on a mobile device, is you can only have one of these things open at a time, whereas on a computer you could have the chat and the participants and the video open all at once. And again, you have to be a little careful with navigation here, so I can swipe to go back to participants, but then it doesn't look like I can swipe right to go back to the chat. And then same thing for going back to the video. I can swipe to do that, but I can't swipe back into the participants video. So be careful if you want to get back to the participants or chat. You're going to have to hit the buttons at the bottom to access them again. Finally, this is what happens when someone is sharing their screen. Again, since in many online classes, the instructor will probably be sharing a PowerPoint presentation or writing from a tablet. So I have the shared content here, the thumbnail of the teacher in the lower right corner. I can swap between those by tapping on the thumbnail of the teacher. Notice that I cannot zoom here, but when the shared screen content is up, I can pinch to zoom and pan around on there. And if you did want to go back to gallery view, again on desktop, you would click a button that says gallery view. Here you can swipe over to the right and you can still see everyone's thumbnails. So that was a quick overview. Again, the controls on the mobile application do seem a little more limited, and while you should be able to see everything you need, mainly the instructor and whatever content they're sharing, I think people will have a tendency to get confused about the navigation, where sometimes you can swipe, sometimes you can't, and you have to click a button, and sometimes this bottom menu will disappear, in which case you have to tap the screen again to get it to come back up. Again, I hope you found this was helpful. If you have a question, please leave a comment on YouTube and I'll get back to you. Thanks.